So, welcome to the football referee with myself, Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cos.
And me, Trevor Gear, and he calls me bro.
Yeah, it's just a simple thing. Been doing it for only
A long
70.
time.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, welcome to the football referee. Should we do a? So let me just get this. So should we do a 1 minute silence for Diogo Jota?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hardly
let's do
passed.
it.
Yeah. So, uh, set a timer for 1 minute. Oh, sorry about this. It's asking me to install the clock. It's asking me to. Oh, okay. Right. Set a timer for 1 minute. Right. So, yeah, it's such a sad loss to the world of football, isn't it? Um, Diogo
It
Jota.
really was. I mean, it was last Thursday morning, just after our last week's podcast, that I got up and saw the breaking news that he'd been killed, and I don't know. Instantly, I had that sense that this was going to be a big story. He was a brilliant footballer.
Was.
And my recollection of him really is over the years, particularly since he's been at Liverpool, has been he's often come on as a substitute, and what a quality substitute to have to bring on. And seeing him standing on the touchline waiting to come on with either Arnie Slot's hand round his shoulder, telling him what he wants him to do, or before that, Klopp would do the same thing. And I just always had that feeling whenever I was watching Liverpool on the TV, or in fact, I went to his last, excuse me, I went to his last league game at Liverpool when Palace played there, the last league game of this past season, where thankfully, I said to you before, but I've never been to a football match where the fans are in love with each other, because Palace, having won the FA Cup, beating Manchester City, one of Liverpool's biggest rivals, they were so grateful. Is that the word? You're walking the streets outside. Both sets of fans were just mingling, and it was quite incredible. And of course, both sets of players gave the other set of players the honour. Gave the other set of players the honour. The what do they call it? The roll of
The-
honour as they walked on the
yeah,
pitch and so on.
yeah, yeah.
And it was an emotional time. And I remember in that game, Diogo Jota came on, as he often did as a substitute. And I just can see him coming on, as we all can, and being the brilliant footballer that he was. I mean, he was at Wolves, wasn't he, for 3 years, up until about 2020, having come over from Spain. But he was a class act. He was a very good footballer. Now, that doesn't really make any difference in terms of the tragedy, the sadness of his loss. But what makes it more poignant, even sadder, was the fact that he got married about 9 or 10 days before that awful accident. And the other thing, of course, is that he and his brother both died in that terrible crash. And you can't imagine what their parents, are going through and have gone through so far. And indeed, his new wife, Diogo's new wife, Ruth, and three dear little kids. I mean, they had the world at their feet, a few days before this. And it's an example. It reminds us that life can be very fragile and snatched away in an instant, really. And thankfully, things like that are not overly common, but they do happen. And it seems such an awful waste for someone young, talented, with a beautiful young family, and it's all gone. And just to conclude that, what is hard for the family, for his wife and their parents, the boy's parents, is the manner of how they passed. One can only hope perhaps the crash itself, because the car turned over, knocked them unconscious and they weren't really aware of the fact that it caught fire. But the manner of that accident would probably live with the families some time. So, yeah, I think it's a situation where maybe we hold those people, those families, in our prayers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very tragic, isn't it? Yeah, well, we would like to send our deepest and sincerest apologies to, all the victims, not the victims, all the families and friends
Yeah,
of
their condolences. Yeah,
yeah, Diogo Jota, and of course his brother Andre, I think it's called.
yeah,
Uh,
Andre Silva. Yeah.
yeah, so right, yeah, so.